Hey, this is Mike Jester with the PurpleTea podcast, and we are doing the intro without a song. So I'm recording this episode a little differently, trying a couple things. The last one I recorded the audio, and then I edited the music into it and stuff afterwards. This time I'm doing it in OBS, so I already have the picture up, and then I'm just recording the audio. And then maybe later on I can put some sounds into it. But for now, we're just going to record my voice. And so far, we're 40 seconds in. The dogs haven't barked yet. So that's fantastic. But I'm sure they will before I'm done recording this. So it is March 8th, Monday, 3 p.m. And I am just chilling here. This past week, you know what? I recorded that episode last week, and I was thinking I thought it was actually pretty decent. I talked about a lot of political stuff though, so I'm gonna try and not talk that much this time around. I was thinking a little more like movie stuff. I watched quite a bit of movies and TV shows. Cobra Kai, man, like I watched all 3 seasons of that show, and that's a kick-ass show. I really dig it. I think it's great. It's kind of like how you should do a reboot if you do, and I like how they got the main characters from the movie back in the day and brought them back, and they were still great. They still were excellent actors, and I liked it. It was a great show. I just finished season 3 yesterday, or a couple days ago. The only thing I do not like is spoilers, but back and forth. The back and forth of like, it was like the same thing would happen. They resolve their differences and then fight again, and it's like back and forth. It's like one guy would like just not even do okay, so the 2 main characters would be fighting, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, let's go get a drink together and be best friends. And then all of a sudden someone else would do something which would make one of the guys hate the other guy, and then it'd be like, now we're fighting again. And then, like, a couple episodes later, they get friendly again. And then all of a sudden, the other guy has a friend that does something. And then that other guy was like, I'm pissed now. We're not friends. So they just did that way too many times. Way too many times. But I liked how the last episode ended. I think I'm pretty hyped for the next season. So there's that. Cobra Kai, a must watch. Definitely watch it. It's good. It's great. I like it. Wanda Vision I finished as well. The last episode came out last Friday. The show, it was pretty cool, but I think myself and a lot of people got caught up in like in what the show could do, and it didn't do that. So like the first couple episodes, not a lot of people liked, but I thought it was interesting and I thought it was fine. And then it started being a little more like a generic Marvel movie, and then it was like, okay, those parts were kind of lame. But all the like when they introduced spoilers for this one as well, when they introduced Quicksilver as the Quicksilver from X-Men, I really thought they were going to do something like, I don't know if they're going to still do a multiverse thing. Obviously, Wanda's in the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange movie, but I'm surprised they didn't do anything at the end of this season with regarding the multiverse, because it was weird, because Quicksilver ended up just being some random guy that lived in that town. So I thought that was kind of weird. Also, his name was Boner, so that was like, what the fuck, man? Like, why? um, yeah. So WandaVision, it was okay, and then it got better. It was getting really interesting, and then the last episode they kind of like threw it all into the ground because I hate when superheroes fight evil versions of themselves, and Vision fought an evil version of himself. It was kind of for like 2 minutes too. It wasn't even that great like of a fight. Like 2 minutes into or not even 2 minutes probably. It was like a minute into the fight. He's like, actually, Vision, let me touch your forehead and show you or suck all your memories out. I don't know what the hell. And then he just pieced out. That was weird. And then the Wanda fight was but it was okay, I guess. It just was. They crammed a lot of stuff in the last episode, and it didn't really pay off that well. But it was an okay show. But now that it's over, if you want to like subscribe to Disney Plus for a month and then just binge it real quick and then cancel it, you could do that. Is it worth it? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I didn't really care for it that much. What else? Dude, I am so hyped on this Mortal Kombat movie. I was like kind of I was kind of like they just don't do it good with video game movies. There's a curse on video game movies. I don't know who put that curse on video game movies, but they did. And so the original Mortal Kombat movie was amazing. It's goofy, it's stupid, and somehow they made it great without being gory as fuck like the games. But this new movie, man, it looks great. And I think just based off the trailer, I think I'll be fine watching it. Even if it's a stupid, mindless like movie to watch, I'm down. I'll watch the shit out of it. I like fight scenes, and if it has like goofy techno in it, which I read somewhere that the original techno Mortal Kombat song is gonna be in it, so that's interesting. But I am so down. That song gets me so pumped. I've been bugging my girlfriend the past week because I watched Mortal Kombat and Armageddon or Annihilation. That's what it's called. And Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The first one's great. The second one, wish it could be deleted. But dude, that song, like, it's so hype. Like, I think I could lose weight just listening to that song. I think I might actually, like, if I start walking or go to the gym or something, I'm just gonna put that song on repeat because it's just. Yeah, my girlfriend hates that, and I'm gonna do that a couple more times, just to bug her if she watches this. Mortal Kombat. Fuck. Yes, I love that song. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I love it. God, and Annihilation is just so terrible. There's so many different. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the first Mortal Kombat movie. It's great, right? Everyone casted in that movie was pretty great. Yeah, pretty much everyone in that movie is great casting. All the fights are great. The movie is just fight after fight after fight and then over. But it's fine. Like, the fight scenes are great. The people they chose to like do those fights are fantastic. The music's hype. Like, it's such a fun movie to watch, even now. The CGI is terrible. Like, I don't understand. I'm pretty sure like Jurassic Park came out that same year, I think. But like, how is the CGI so bad? Like, all they CGI'd too was like, well, obviously like a lot of like landscape and stuff, like the sky and shit. They CGI'd, but it was mostly like reptile. Just looked terrible. And Jurassic Park made a dinosaur like CGI look good, but this looked like it was from, I don't know, like a, I don't even know, man. It's so bad. And then in Annihilation, they just stepped it up with even worse CGI. But okay, so the first movie, there's one thing that it's so goofy. I think it's the goofiest thing probably in that movie, but I kind of wish it happened in real life with me. But if you notice this, like every time Katana's on screen, it plays the same little like noise. It's like the little song thingy. It's like doo boop 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 every time Katana's on screen. And I kind of wish like every time I showed up like in real life, like it just played like some goofy little bow bow wicker wicker wicker, and then that's it. And then that's me. I walk in the room like, sup. This is me opening the door. Wicked, wicked, wicked. What's going on, guys? Because that's how I'd talk if I was in Mortal Kombat. Hey, everybody. I'd have a deeper voice. Yes. And then Annihilation. What the fuck is that movie? First of all, they changed all of the cat. Like, everybody in that movie is cat recasted. Except, oh, there they go. There's the dogs. Hey, 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 hey. Shh. Stop it. Yoda. They recasted everybody except for Liu Kang and Katana, right? I think that's it. Raiden, like that guy they recasted as Raiden, is a great actor, but in that movie, he's terrible. And Johnny Cage, they recasted and then killed him off immediately. Like the guy didn't even want to come back for literally 3 minutes and die. He was just like, nah, I'm good. And then Sonya. And they're all wearing different things too. Like the movie, my dogs are gonna they're bothering me so much right now. But luckily, the way I'm recording, I can pause it, so I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I hate doing that. I hate having to stop recording, and I hate when the dogs they don't bark all day, and then they just Michael's trying to record a podcast. It's time to bark. Anyways, what were we talking about? Mortal Kombat? They're not wearing the same clothes. I remembered. I just... not wearing the same clothes. It's weird, too, because the movie ends... The first movie ends where the sky breaks and Shao Kahn's like, "You wake pathetic fools, I've come for your souls." And they're like, "I don't think so." And then the next movie begins from there, and they're all wearing different clothes. Like they couldn't just... It was recorded like a year after the other one. So they couldn't find the same clothes? I think Johnny Cage is kind of wearing the same thing. Raiden looks different. Does he? I think he's wearing something different. Katana might be wearing the same thing. Liu Kang's wearing, instead of like this like thin tank top, he's wearing a little bit of a thicker sleeveless shirt. And it's just, it throws me off. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they're like green, or not even green screening, but they're like, the skybox is changed, like edited and CGI'd in. And it just looks terrible. And the whole movie is like that. Like the only place they didn't make look they didn't make look terrible. What the is that? They didn't make yeah, they didn't make it look bad in the desert area with like the buildings that are built into the mountains. I don't know. That's like a real place, but I don't know what it's called. But yeah, it's just terrible. There's like, let's cram everybody in. Let's put everybody from the games in. I think it's from like the second and third game. Let's put every single person from that game into this movie. And they just squeezed everyone in. It's just awful. There's that big CGI monster that looked just as bad as Reptile in the first movie that ate someone and then burped. And it was like, and fucking Shao Kahn. What? Like, dude, they made a badass looking Goro in the first one, and then Shao Kahn, they're like, oh, well, like he's supposed to be an abnormally large guy. Like even in the new one, they got like the strongman looking dude, bodybuilder dude, but I still think they should have just like CGI'd Shao Kahn. Because anyone playing him is like this tiny, is tiny to like the video game version of him. But because they did Goro in this one too, in the new one. But we'll see. There was a shot of like a statue of Shao Kahn that looks cool. So if he looks like that, I'm fine. Yeah, like so Mortal Kombat. I'm really excited for the new one. I'm really, really, really hyped up. It looks good. Everybody working on it is like big fans of the games, and like the writer is a script writer for like video games, not really movies. So that's kind of cool. The only thing is there's not a lot of experience. From what I saw, the director only had one other movie. But from that trailer, man, I think it's at least gonna make me content. Like just from seeing that trailer, I like it. That SpongeBob movie I talked about last week, I didn't see it, so we won't talk about that. I'm trying to think of other movies I saw, but I always forget. Let's see if I think I put some notes in my phone of like a movie I watched, but I might have not done it. No, I didn't. I lied. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, great. Wanda Vision, Cobra Kai, great. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Didn't do much this past week though. Went over to a buddy's house, started sanding down a drum set. We're gonna be painting that, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Man, I did that maybe 6 years, 7, 8, 10 years ago, and 10 years ago I painted a drum set, but it was like wrapped in plastic, so I took that plastic wrap off and then I painted the drums white, and it came out pretty decent. It didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but it came out pretty decent, and the drums looked awesome. And I kind of wish I still had that drum set because I thought it looked great. And yeah, we're doing that kind of with this other drum set, painting it white, and then we're going to do some blood splatter on it. So it's going to look pretty brutal. But yeah. Man, going to be getting Justice League in a couple of weeks. And dude, I'm so kind of excited for it. I don't. Yeah. That one's going to be interesting. It's going to be 4 hours. I am so happy that they're putting it on HBO Max, because if I had to go to a movie theater to watch a 4 hour long movie, I just wouldn't go. There's no way in hell I'd go. But I'm so glad that they're just going to put it on HBO Max, and I'll watch the shit out of it. So far it looks great, and say what you want about Zack Snyder. I enjoy his movies. Man of Steel I really liked, even though it was kind of like the story was a little weird. The fact that he like he was just like, oh, let's destroy the city at the end of the movie instead of trying to like lead him out somewhere. I don't know. It was just weird. And it was very dark. But that's like his style. So I'm okay with it. He's trying to make it like a little more darker. I mean, Nolan's Batman was kind of like that too. It was a lot darker. But Man of Steel, a little dark. Batman v Superman, pretty dark. That movie, I was really excited for it. I remember I actually made a video when they released a picture of Doomsday, because I was really excited for Batman versus Superman. I just thought it'd be cool to see on screen. So I was really excited. Everything we saw from like Batman's armored suit and it just looked awesome. And then they released the freaking the Lord of the Rings orc or troll or whatever the fuck it was. He looked so goofy. And I think later on in the movie he started like growing like those bones out of him, and he looked a little cooler. But they showed that first picture like in a trailer or something, where he slides down a building and then slides on the ground, and he's like, "Ugh," and you're just like, really? Already you're doing Doomsday? Like what? They just rushed the shit out of that, and the story just blew. Martha, what'd you say? Oh, you gotta save Martha. Save my mom, but she's dead. No, my mom's name is Martha. Oh, did we just become best friends? Yeah. I'm Batman. I'm Superman. Let's kill Doomsday. Oh my god. That was terrible. And then Justice League was just a sloppy mess, but I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of fun. Then we get later this month, what is it, the 28th, we get Godzilla versus King Kong. My brother's so excited for that. He's 8 years old, 7 years old, maybe 5. How old is he? Maybe 4. I'm so bad at knowing the ages of my brothers and sisters. To be fair, I have like a dozen brothers and sisters, and it's hard to remember my own age, let alone all of their ages. So, yeah. I think he's like 4. He might be 4. That sounds really close. But yeah, he's really excited, and he's all about Godzilla and all the monster movies. I'm pretty excited, except I don't know, man. Like, I used to be all for like monster movies, but unless they don't, like, I really liked Pacific Rim. It's really goofy, but I really enjoyed it. The second one, it was all right, but the first one was like really goofy, and it was robots versus these monsters, and they were just ripping apart cities and each other, and it was just awesome. I enjoyed it. It was fun. But like Godzilla just kind of going around stepping on stuff, it's all right. The first movie, the reboot in 2016 or 15 or whatever, 14, I don't know. That one was it was okay. The I'm okay with the human stuff, and like Bryan Cranston, anything with him in it was like great. But then the last half of the movie with all the human stuff was kind of boring. And then the second Godzilla movie was kind of weird. Like I honestly don't even remember what it's about. I just remember that he fought uh, King Ghidorah and Mothra and all those nerds. And then King Kong movie was all right. So I don't know. I'm sure it'll be all right, but I'm kind of excited for it. So, and then we get the Mortal Kombat movie next month. So it's a good month or a good couple months for HBO Max. I'm pretty excited. Netflix. I feel like I watched a movie on Netflix, but I didn't care for it too much, so I probably forgot about it already. And yeah. So what I wanted to do, or what I wanted to start doing, is I like doing these podcasts and long form talking, like trying to talk for a longer period of time. Blah, blah, blah. But I also like forget a lot of things. So I was like throughout the week, I was thinking of maybe doing them every like Monday and then Thursday or Friday, like doing 2 a week. That way I have a little more to talk about. And then I was also thinking about maybe doing like single, like if there's something that comes up and I just want to talk about it, like say I wanted to talk a little more in depth about the Mortal Kombat movie when I watch it. Maybe I'll make a whole video like on that, just like a 10-minute long video, 5 minutes. I don't know. I think that'd be a fun idea. Start talking a little more, start making a little more content. These podcasts are fun, but I kind of do want to do a little more, you know? I was itching to do another one back on like Thursday or Friday, but my girlfriend's like, don't like, like, what is it? Don't make too many and like, bore yourself. So I was like, okay, I'm still going to do it because I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I might do that. I might do that for sure. And then hopefully this one comes out pretty good. I'm recording it a different way, so I'll listen to it and then post it right away. Unless it sounds like shit, then I will not. I do want to talk about one more thing. It's a very important thing because I can't talk. It's a very important thing, and that is today's International Women's Day. So if you got any women that you love, you know what you should do? Call them. Tell them you love them. Is it today or is it yesterday? Am I doing this late? Either way, if it's today, or yesterday, still do it. It's definitely today. Okay, so today's International Women's Day. Call every woman you know right now and tell them how much you love them. Because they're awesome. And they make the world go around. Women are great. My mom's great. My girlfriend's great. My grandma's great. Every woman in my life is awesome. There's a couple that suck, but we're not going to talk about them. And yeah. Anyways, I think that is all for today. Was it yesterday was what was yesterday? Yesterday was a different day. I don't know what yesterday was. I think I'm just like you know what? I'm running out of things to talk about and I can't talk, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. Thank you all for listening. And if you like my podcast, if you're even watching it, I love you and thank you. And please go follow my Twitter and my Instagram at Mike D Jester on both of those. And shoot me a message. Say hi. Love y'all. Goodbye.